Alright mates, how's it going? In today's video, chapter 29 of Illidan by William King. The siege of the Black Temple is underway, and here's what everyone else was doing during it. So let's go! As Maiev and Akama made their way through the Black Temple all sneaky-like, the Ashtongue leader completely ignored the sights and sounds of battle going on nearby. But Maiev couldn't ignore it, mainly because she was kinda bitter. The Aldor, Scryers, Naru, etc. had all rejected her when she'd requested aid going after Illidan, and yet now, here they all were, going after Illidan. Bunch of jerks. But at least the hour of her vengeance was almost at hand. This time, the betrayer would not escape. However, the two of them soon found themselves right in the midst of it all. As a Naru called Ziri wove spells of protection around her, Akama and some champions from Azeroth, Maiev could sense the terrible presence of demons nearby. There were also huge nether drakes circling overhead, breathing clouds of devastating arcane magic, and waves of meteorites descending from the sky and unleashing infernals into the fray. It was mental. Now is the time, Maiev. Unleash your wrath. Maiev smiled and raced forward. It was about bloody time, and with her Umbra Crescent, she slashed and cleaved and sliced and diced and stuff. Cut through Dreadlords, Satia, Felguard, and anything else that got in her way. And behind her, Akama and his new friends from Azeroth unleashed a torrent of spells, and took out quite a few of Illidan's forces as well. However, Fel energy then pulsed in the air as a portal opened, and a huge Nathrazim emerged from it. Maiev recognised him immediately. It was Vagath, one of her torturers. Maiev lunged towards her former tormentor immediately. Vagath was strong, but Maiev was stronger, because of all those push-ups she'd been doing. She drove her blade right through Vagath's chestplate, and the Dreadlord looked down in disbelief. But as Akama limped over, Vagath fixed his gaze on him. You've sealed your fate, Akama. The master will learn of your betrayal. Akama has no master. Not anymore. As the words left his mouth, the portal pulsed once more, and a buttload more demons poured through. Maiev immediately threw herself at them. She was absolutely raging. The enemy closed in all around her, but she unleashed the full fury of her blade. She knew full well that she was going to need to close this portal to stop any further reinforcements coming through. But she also noticed Akama was just kind of buggering off with his new friends. That was nice of him. Looked like she was going to have to deal with this portal alone. Meanwhile, elsewhere in the Black Temple, Vandel was getting pissed. He'd got his hands on another bottle of ethermead and was just swigging away whilst observing the battle taking place below. But it wasn't like he didn't give a shit. He was actually pretty angry. He'd spotted Akama and realised that the old broken had betrayed them, and he also felt anger in general towards those that were attacking the temple. The foolish knobs. Did they not realise what was going on here? They were fighting the wrong side. And after the demon hunters in Illidan had saved them when they first arrived in Outland. This was the thanks they got. Fantastic. But Vandel understood that it was a pretty easy mistake to make. Seeing all the bound demons defending the temple, you could kinda understand why the invaders thought Illidan was a baddie. Plus, the betrayer had never taken the time to actually explain what he was doing to anyone. That might have helped. Although would they have believed him? Or would they have just thought it was a load of bollocks? Whatever. All Vandel could do was continue to drink his ethermead and wait. Sooner or later, the demon hunters would be called upon to join the fight, and Vandel would be ready. Meanwhile again, Illidan was just kinda hanging about, working on his spell. But then Lady Melander appeared. Lord Illidan, High Warlord Nagentus has fallen. The enemy have breached the temple. It took Illidan a few moments to register that news. The Naga champion and his forces should have been able to fend off a legion. So what the bloody hell went wrong? There was obviously treachery afoot. Was it the Blood Elves? Or Akama's people? Either way, looked like time had run out. It was time to power the soul siphon. And we're leaving it there! So I guess the answer to what was Illidan doing whilst we were making our way through the Black Temple is he was just kind of hanging about. In the next video, the penultimate chapter, Vandel and Maiev actually meet and then have a fight. As usual, link in the description if you're interested in buying this book. Also there's links to my Discord server and my Patreon page too. If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, all of that bollocks. And all there's left to say is, thanks for watching, and see ya!